de vampires. On se retrouve ici à l'hôpital Pembroke et donc on a pour mission ingrédient manquant. Donc ce qu'on va pouvoir faire c'est ce qu'on va devoir faire c'est de récupérer des ingrédients pour un médicament, hypochlorite de sodium, permanganate potassium et cyginité de tartrate ferreux. Alors ce qui fait que faut que j'aille voir l'autre du coup. Parce que c'est lui qui donne les médicaments. Ah merde, bon, je vais de l'autre côté. Je vais à l'autre côté. Alors c'est 1, 1 et 6. Heureusement qu'il est là, hein, parce que franchement, heureusement que je l'ai pas tué, hein, parce que bon, après il avait le niveau 4 de charme, donc. Of course. C'est quoi, j'achète tout. Bon, parce que j'ai... Ok. Ah putain. Moi je suis un ouf, moi dans ma tête, hein. Qu'est-ce que tu crois, toi? Non, je... Allez, donc... Alors, du coup, faut faire ça. Surtout, attends, combien j'ai de trucs? C'est ça le problème. Combien j'ai de... Opium. Quinine. Coup de girofle là. J'ai pas tout, c'est normal ça. Attends. Hypochlorite de sodium. J'en ai 6. Mais il en faut un. Ça c'est bon. Ensuite. Permanganate. Je crois que c'est ça qui me manque, non? Ah ouais, j'ai pas. Permanganate.
Good evening. Please, of course.
Il n'y a plus rien. Bon, sinon on verra un autre moment. On verra un autre moment parce que sinon... Alors... écoute, on va faire ça. ça à un autre moment. Blackwall. Hostile. Oh. Ok. Quatorze. Vermin! Vermin! Yeah, vermin! Ça me fait rire le vermin! Où est-il? Surtout que je peux pas aller voir l'autre meuf là, la vieille, parce qu'elle est morte. Elle est malheureusement morte. Mais bon, écoute, hein. Oh putain. Oh putain. Laisse-moi finir avec ton pote déjà. Voilà. Hein. Oh putain, lui aussi il est là. Putain. Vis. Cimetière de Stonebridge. Alors.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
« 14 et 14. C'est bon ça. Putain, il y en a plein. Hein. Il y en a des escales là-dedans. Putain, il y en a des escales. Allez. Symbole saint, alors je suis là. Si vous faites ça, vampire, le jamais qui craigne le symbole saint. Ah bah ouais. Ça c'est par rapport au crucifix. Au mec qui avait le crucifix. Alors. Oh, il y a tout à lire. Bah oui. Albert Palmer, 1918. Ce sont ceux qui ont été tués. Donc nous sommes en 1918, hein, du coup. Alors. En tout cas, c'est bien d'avoir fait ça. D'avoir fait... Clay Cox. En tout cas, je trouve que c'est bien d'avoir fait ça, je trouve, personnellement. Harry Peterson. Putain, même l'enfant, il est mort, quoi. Tu vas voir. Putain, regarde, même l'enfant. Oh fuck. Ah, j'ai cru. Faut que je récupère du sang. Discrètement. Chevrotine. C'est pas ouf. Quinine. Veuve en détresse. Oh putain. Mais d'où il y avait ça? Je ne vois pas du tout. Je n'ai pas du tout entendu de personne. Richard Galatine Niedercourt. Damelia, cher. T'avais pas envie de nous parler? Bah t'avais pas envie de nous parler, bah regarde. Ok, pas de soucis.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Juste au-dessus.
This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
Qu'est-ce qui t'amène
I
ici?
thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your
Ah oui,
loss,
ta compagnie, je l'apprécie énormément.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young echo. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spare?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries, and time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
D'accord. Alors, se rendre à l'église Saint-Marie. Oh. Je veux voir un truc. Au niveau des armes, c'est moyen de pouvoir faire quelque chose. Oui, monsieur. Manque de la graisse. Ah. Ah ah ah. Ennemi. Il a disparu. Eh. Parce que j'ai buté son copain.
And off to church he goes.
Oh.
A newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Il est magnifique.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Wow.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Bon, lui, c'était son deuxième jour de boulot. Franchement, si on voit des créatures inimaginables, franchement, j'irai pas loin dans ce jeu. Vraiment.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
I've no need for a kind ear, only a moment of peace in God's house.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your channel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
Murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
De toute façon, je pense qu'un vampire dans une église, c'est pas bon ménage. Hein.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better?
Enfin, je crois.
Only time will
Alors,
tell.
normalement, c'est ça. Hein. Vermin, vermin, vermin. Pas envie de me battre. Allez. J'ai pas envie de me battre, moi, perso. Enfin, perso, pour le moment. Niadine.
You. I remember you.
Wow.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Tell me what you are.
I am the whitened bones and blackened soil. The land made blood coursing through thy veins.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Eh ben.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
C'est exact, c'est des choix. Hein.
The vampire who made me is
Ah ouais.
some sort of disembodied entity. Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Edgar, mon amour, viens par là.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the guard.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stone, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
The hospital is chaotic as it is. No one will notice a few more bodies.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Le triste sein de l'East End. Mettre fin au ravage.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Wow. Ce qui fait que...
What on earth happened here?
Bah, il a attaqué Harriet Jones, hein.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared.
Après, Sean Hampton, il s'est...
Maybe it was him.
Avec, comment il s'appelle? Avec William Bishop, une certaine courroux d'avance, on va dire.
Goodbye.
Ooh.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman, butchered by some savage scab.
Would you care to partake in this meal?
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent. But there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire named Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bid.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they asked.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
I have experienced a certain